Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And th- and th- in this one we are taking a look at the brand new Battle Pass vehicle, the B7A2 Homare 23. So I have watched just a couple like TikToks about it. I haven't really seen any other videos about it. I loosely watched Deffin's video about this thing. But that was pretty much it. And all that I know about it compared to the Tech Tree variant is that it can go like 20 kilometers an hour faster or something like that. But pretty much what I know is that the engine is a little bit different from the normal Tech Tree version. Now, this is my first experience with either of the B7A2s. I haven't played the Tech Tree variant, so when I initially flew it out, I kind of thought it was going to be like something that you can hunt bombers with, like the SB2C, but I was honestly genuinely surprised by how well it could turn and how it has pretty decent energy retention. Hey, no screaming, you crazy. So, it is still a dive bomber, but it has some of my favorite cannons in the game, although I think they're kind of weird to aim for some reason, especially compared to something like the A7M2. But overall, they still hit like a truck, especially with ground target belts or universal. So honestly, this plane does make a really good bomber hunter. It's pretty quick for what it is, and also it's a Japanese plane, so I would consider it pretty fast for, a Japanese aircraft. And it does get an air spawn, and it can carry up to like an 800 kilogram bomb and like 1260 kilograms. So that can't talk, might make it pretty good in ground battles. But I don't really play ground, so whoever does in the comments, let me know if you think that 1260 kilogram bombs would be viable in a ground battle match. But, overall, I wasn't really that Hey, you crazy. Goodness. I wasn't really that disappointed with it, although it is kind of still... Anyways, it is kind of like another copy and paste premium, but I don't think it's as bad as... One moment.
You are crazy.
It's not as bad as like the J26 David, where we already have like 3 or 4 different P51C variants that are all premiums. So, I mean, there's not really that much of a difference between... There's a dog on The Simpsons. But there's not really a difference between the P51Cs and the J26s within that. So that made that plane a little bit disappointing. I mean, the fact that you could get it for free was the only thing that I really liked about it. I would never purchase the J26 David with my own money. I don't think it's worth it, but the B7A2 is a little bit of a different story. I mean, we don't have any other premiums of it, and it's at least got a different engine that's more powerful compared to the Tech Tree variant. And, you know, that does make it a little better, but it is very nice that this plane has multiple different uses. You can ground pound with it, and you can fight most enemy fighters as long as you don't get overwhelmed. It's kind of like in the Ta 152, it's pretty good in a 1v1, but as soon as you start getting one or two more fighters in on that, it gets really hard to manage all of them. And this plane is the exact same way, except obviously the matchmaker is a lot better. And you do go up against XP50s, which isn't really a problem because most of them are stupid. And yes, I am including myself in that. But it's pretty easy to hold your energy until you need another bite. It's easy to hold your energy up until the point that the enemy fighter makes a mistake. So, like I said, you can deal with most planes, but one problem that this has is if your wings get hit, even with like small arms, so 7.7, or if you take a 12.7, a 50 cal round, I can never remember the millimeters of it, but if you take one of those to the wings, you are going to catch on fire, and that's pretty much going to be it. So the wings are super fragile, but the rest of the fuselage doesn't seem to be too bad. I mean, it's not a tank like the F6F, but it can still take some shots, at least to the fuselage, before going down. And something else is that you do have a rear gunner that's making use of some 13... She wants up in the chair again. There you go. So you can make some pretty good use of the rear gunner. And honestly, it has some pretty good guns in the rear as well. So honestly, if a good player gets their hands on this plane, or even the normal Tech Tree variant, it's going to be a little bit scary, especially if they're pretty good with energy states. So overall, you know, my general opinion on it is pretty good for free, but once again, not something that I would really take the time to purchase. So we're going to wrap it up right there, guys. And as always, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.